possibly the biggest drivers of climate change, climate change, is greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. And the two biggies are methane and CO2. Methane is more of a powerful greenhouse gas, but CO2 has a lot more consequences in terms of the acidification of the ocean. Because really, when we're extracting fossil fuels and burning them, we're taking a massive amount of carbon that is supposed to be deep inside the earth and stored and transformed over time. It's not supposed to be released as a gas of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. It's supposed to be in the ground. So when you create an imbalance of too much CO2 in the atmosphere, it pushes down and liquefies the CO2 in the oceans, which kills off, marine life, and acidifies the ocean, and so so just in terms of greenhouse gases, if we cannabis has a great potential for replacing plastics, energy, construction materials, all made from fossil fuels, replacing it with raw materials made from cannabis and other, growing plants. In terms of methane, methane is also produced from fossil fuels, but also a significant contributor is cattle. And by reducing cattle, which is very important, and replacing it with protein from hemp seed and other plant proteins, that's exactly what the plant does. Is it captures the carbon dioxide from the air, and every bit of carbon in a plant comes from the atmosphere. You don't get it from the soil, you get it from the atmosphere, every single molecule of carbon. And so that, obviously plants are just a machine to reduce, greenhouse gases. And then, another thing is in, bioremediation of soils, especially when combined with other ecological farming practices and rotation of other crops. The soils, we're losing a lot of good agricultural soil, due to poor farming practices, erosion, toxic waste, and so when we could replace, make these lands fertile again and more productive. And part of that is enhancing the habitat for microorganisms in the soil. Because if you enhance the habitat for microorganisms in the soil, then those microorganisms, as I mentioned before, take nitrogen out of the sky and feed it to the plant. They take carbon dioxide out of the sky and turn it into organic compounds. They enhance so they reduce the fertilizers we need to, add to the plants. They're also part of the plant's immune system. So enhancing beneficial microbes in the soil, we're also reducing the amount of pesticides we need to apply to the soil.